Well, in short meaning, disability is a social construction. Disability is in the mind of people, period. That's how I can give a meaning of disability. You know, disability is nothing for me. Disability is a gift. Disability is, for me, is, it's nothing. Personally, it's nothing. Disability is, even in fact, it's good. I'm quite happy becoming a blind. I'm proud that I am a blind myself, because what did I miss? What did I miss? I ask myself always, what did I miss? You know, if I could do everything, you know, blindness is a gift. In fact, I use that for my advantage. I was in Ethiopia, which is my former home. I was social activist. Because of that, I was in jail. There is nothing I can hide that. You know, I was protesting the military dictatorship government in Ethiopia. Because of that, I was in jail. So, however, because of the Amnesty International and other social activists, I escaped from the jail, and I travel 2,100 miles on foot through Rift Valley, mountains, deserts, everything what you can imagine, just being blind, you know, when I was blind. So what did I miss? You know, nothing. And I successfully finished all this trip on foot, which is 2,100 miles. Then after I escaped Ethiopia, or flee from Ethiopia, I went to Sudan, and I established a blind school with the help of United Nations, Hadley School for the Blind, RNIB, and CBN, other foreign organizations. And I use my blindness for my advantage. And I show them that a blind person or any disabled person can do and can survive even in that country. And I achieved that. And still that blind school is exists in Sudan. Then after that, I applied to come to Canada, and I came here. And after I came here, I start from scratch. And in fact, when I came here, literally, they placed me grade 10. In fact, I had a bachelor when I was in my former country, but they placed me in grade 10 because they said, well, it's not equivalent to the Canadian system. I don't mind, actually. I don't mind. And in fact, not I don't mind, but I didn't have other choice. So I went to grade 10. It took me grade 10, grade 11, and 12. It took me 2 semesters to finish. And I finished in 1 year, grade 10, 11, and 12. I went to college, and I got my first Canadian financial assistance worker diploma in Langara College, which is in Vancouver. Then after that, I applied to UVEC for School of Social Work, 1998, and they accepted me. It took me 2 years to get the first Canadian BSW, which is Bachelor of Social Work. And again, the Masters took me about 2 years. And again, PhD took me 2.5 years.
So what is your relationship with time?
Relationship with the time, yeah. Because for ordinary person, the time, you know, to get a master's degree, at least they need about 4 or 5 years to finish. But for me, 2 years. Look at this. Time is very important here. For an ordinary person to get a PhDs, at least they need, you know, 4 or 5 years, or sometimes 10 years. For me, 2.5 years. Time is very important here. Because if any disabled person can do this, other sighted people should do less than this, but they can't. So where is the disability? Show me here.
Resources, I mean, what is it, how is it that you can compress things like that?
Well, the resources are some resource other people use. In fact, I have to work 24 hours straight. You know, I have to scan the box in Braille, or I have to scan the box in e-text format, which is electronics format that computer will read out for me, and that's what I was doing. And I have to work 24 hours to accomplish this, and I did. I'm very glad you asked me that question. I think my project is I'm planning to do a project of conflict resolution. At this time, you know, you see there is a war in Iraq, there is a war in Iran, there is in Afghanistan, everywhere. It's a global issue, and I ask myself, why? Why at this time? Why this war? Is this necessary to have a war? No, I believe no. We don't need a war. There is a solution. I believe there is a solution. The solution I'm trying to find out. There is a solution though.
So
I don't want to claim that I found the solution, but definitely if we, me, you, or others, if we cooperate each other, definitely we can find a solution. I think one of the solution, what I'm thinking now is, there is a conflict resolution that they use in Africa, which is mainly in Ethiopia and other countries in Africa, and they call it "Let It Be." Let it be. So the "Let It Be" techniques might use, to solve this problem. So I'm trying to discover and this method, and I'm thinking to, at least to work on it and to see if that solution might solve some of the problem. But this is a small research because I don't have a big financial capability of doing research. But I went to Ethiopia almost now, it's about a month ago, and I did few interviews, and this method is working there, and I think it should work here as well, and in other countries as well.